Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully, you all are doing well. We are here to talk Thursday night football. We've got a good game tonight. Rams, 49ers. I guess the 49ers are like somehow I kind of like declared them dead a few weeks ago. They're somehow like they're still in the mix here. Let's take a look. I'm going to pull up the playoff picture. So the Seahawks have like firmly taken on the lead in this division at 8-5, but I don't know. Somehow this 7th seed, I still don't think it's likely, but they're not entirely dead. They're 6-7. If they win this, they'll be at 7-7 along with the Rams and the Commanders at 8-5. Let's take a look. What are the odds for the 49ers to make the playoffs, I wonder? Where's that at? Oh, here we go. Make playoffs. What do we have here? 49ers. I don't even see odds on FanDuel for this. I mean, the Commanders are minus 500 to make the playoffs. So I guess they are kind of dead. But I wonder if DraftKings wonder if they have odds for this. Let's take a look. If you're in the chat, let me know your thoughts on this game tonight. I like this game a lot. This is my favorite primetime game in a while for betting. I feel pretty confident in my reads on the game. Futures to make playoffs. 49ers, they're 10-1 to make the playoffs. Yeah, okay, they're pretty much dead. But yeah, this is a fun game. All right, let's get in here. First and foremost, let's talk NBA. What the heck were the Golden State Warriors doing last night? What was that? Does anybody know? I mean, were they not? They were up like 5 with 2 minutes left or something. How did they choke this away? Man, unbelievable. Don't sleep on my 3-10 Panthers. Yeah. Hey, Sass, I saw that. I don't know. Correct. Someone can correct if this is wrong, but I saw that. Let me fact check this because it came from. I saw it. It came from a non-reliable Twitter account. I saw this is like the first time in 2 years the Panthers. This can't be right, right? First time in 2 years Panthers are favored in a game. I guess they definitely haven't been favored in a game this year, and they probably weren't last year. So yeah, I don't know. First time in 2 years they were favored in a game this weekend. That's awesome. Shout out to the to the Panthers, favored in a game finally. I'm really disappointed in the Warriors, man. Like, what is going on here? I mean, it's down to the we're down to the Thunder versus Rockets, Bucks versus Hawks. I think that the genuine theme of this NBA Cup once again this year is the younger teams kind of playing hard. The Thunder are a good team, but still a very much a young team. The Rockets, young team. Hawks, pretty young team. So yeah, I mean the Thunder are just pretty much. I won't say it can't happen, but I'd be pretty surprised if the Thunder don't win this NBA Cup. They're plus 115 to win it, and they're 5.5-point favorites over the Rockets. If assuming they win that game, I do think they'd be favored over Milwaukee, and they definitely would be favored over Atlanta. So I think taking this 115 is good because they wouldn't be plus 115 against the Milwaukee Bucks. You know, they would be favored. So I kind of like taking a shot on them. I really don't see how they lose this, but I don't know. I did like the Hawks yesterday. They won outright. I never would have thought to bet it outright, but I thought 8 points was crazy, to be honest. And once again, Trae Young just owns the New York Knicks. I guess there's no other way around it. They can't beat Trae Young for whatever reason. But I'm not going to get over that Warriors loss for a while. I mean, I really wanted to see Warriors versus Thunder. I thought that would have been really fun, but unfortunate. Let's get in on this football game tonight. Like I said, Rams 49ers, pretty good game here. 49.5 total. 49ers are favored by 3. These teams always go off because it's McVay versus Shanahan. Let me just pull up. Let's pull up a history of the games here. Just see. So Shanahan 10-6 all time versus Sean McVay. If we look at the head-to-head matchups, I can't believe this has been going on since 2017. McVay versus Shanahan. This is crazy, dude. I can't believe, because this was like right around when I first started doing content. So, dude, that's crazy. It's been that long. Holy crap. Shanahan 10-6 all time. And here's the history. September 21st, 2017, Rams beat the Niners 41-39. Then we have the next meeting, a 49ers win 34-13. We then have a Rams win 39-10, a Rams win 48-32, a 49ers win 20-7, a 49ers win 34-31, a 49ers win 24-16, a 49ers win 23-20, 49ers win 31-10, 49ers win 27-24. Wow. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shanahan ripped off a 6-in-a-row streak against Sean McVay. From 2019 to 2022, 6 in a row. But then in that 2022 season, McVay beat him in the NFC Championship game. That's obviously the year that the Rams won the Super Bowl. They beat the 49ers 20-17. Then Shanahan went immediately 3 in a row again, 24-9, 31-14, 30-23. So that's, what is that, 6? That's 9 out of 10. He went 9 out of 10. Holy crap. Kyle Shanahan went 9 out of 10 against McVay from 2019 to 2023. And then 2024, there's been 2 meetings between these teams. Once last season, once this season. McVay has won both of those. So pretty interesting stuff there. Lad, yeah, I like the Niners tonight. I do. We're gonna dive in here. This is my favorite game in at least like 2 weeks. I really haven't liked a lot of these primetime games recently. I'm trying to think. I think the last time I had a really big play on a primetime game, it was, I think, the Rams over the Vikings, whenever that was. It's probably like a month ago or so. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff though there on the matchups there. 9 out of 10 for Shanahan is pretty crazy. But yeah, I love the Niners here. So we'll talk about it. You can get them at -3. Do not take this FanDuel line though. FanDuel has the Niners -3 at -104. DraftKings has the Niners -3 at +102. So you're getting, plus money on the -3 over on DraftKings. Don't know if a 2.5 will pop again or not. I'm not sure. If anything, you can just rebet it at 2.5 if that happens. But I really like the 49ers here. They're kind of playing back against the wall. They really don't have a chance at the playoffs, which I just noted. They're 10-1. So they really don't have a chance, but they need to win games if they want any sort of a chance going into the last weekend. Shanahan has a really strong history against McVay personally. And I just think that this is the right time to buy. Like the 49ers, the bottom completely fell out of the San Francisco 49ers, right? If we look at kind of what they've done, this team coming into the season, off a Super Bowl, super high expectations. They beat the Buccaneers on November 10th. And ever since then, lost to the Seahawks, lost to the Packers, not even in a close game, lost to the Bills, not even in a close game, right? And then they destroyed the Bears last week. But people don't really seem to be reacting much to that Bears win. But here's why I don't I'm completely fine kind of writing some of these games off. Okay, the one against the Seahawks, I'm willing to write that off because as I've made multiple videos about this, and I've told you guys, I think the Seattle Seahawks are arguably the third best team in the NFC. Like, I think they're a really good team. And coming out of their bye week, they've had a top 5 defense. Like, I don't think that that's a bad loss to the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are very good. So I don't even think that that's a bad loss. It was a 20-17 game, and they completely choked it. Seattle won at the end. 49ers, Packers. I mean, this was a bad game, but again, Packers are a very good team. Third or fourth best team in the NFC. They had Brandon Allen at quarterback, the 49ers. So we could just completely write that game off, right? They had a backup quarterback, and they were playing, in my opinion, a good team. And then against the Bills, this is like, if there's ever a game to write off, it's this one against the Bills. They're on the road in Buffalo with freezing cold and snow everywhere. It was just a lock that they were going to lose that game. So that's 3 games, in their last 4 that I'm not putting much stock into, whether they had backup quarterback play, bad weather. The Seattle one, they probably should have won that game, but Seattle's a good team in my opinion, so I'm really not concerned about it. And they did what they were supposed to do against the Bears. They absolutely dominated them. So I think that we can kind of change how we look at the 49ers here. They've definitely had some bad luck when it comes to injuries this year. And they're banged up again tonight. But more importantly, they have their quarterback, Brock Purdy. That's what matters to me. If that Brandon Allen experience was so bad, I can't even explain it. They're not going to have Trent Williams tonight, but Jalen Moore for San Francisco has been very, very good. He has started 6 games, I believe. His last 6 games, someone had this on Twitter. I don't remember who, so shout out to whoever put this on Twitter. But his last 6 games hasn't allowed a sack. I'm not even really concerned about that. I mean, the Rams do have Jared Verse, but if we look at overall kind of stats, they're middle of the pack in pressure percentage, nothing crazy. But like I said, that I think that they can handle, I think the 49ers will be able to handle the pressure well. McVay's always been someone that been comfortable handling pressure, just how he schemes things up. We've seen that with the Miami Dolphins too. Mike McDaniel is a McVay, tree guy, or not McVay, Shanahan tree guy. And the Dolphins have really never had a good offensive line, but they're able to kind of counteract that with their scheme. So I'm not super worried about that, but I think this is just a buy low on the 49ers. And I'm pretty surprised to see the Rams are the public side of this game. We've talked ad nauseum a lot about betting splits and stuff, and I don't think it's super applicable nowadays for everything, but I think it's interesting that the public perception is kind of on the Rams here. With the 49ers coming off a just shellacking of the Bears, right? So I like the 49ers tonight. I like a -3. If you want to just take the money line, you can do that. Or if you want to do a bigger unit play on the money line and then sprinkle on the -3, you can do that. But this is the most convicted I've been on a play in a few weeks. I love the 49ers. And then for props, I have a prop I love here. Take this on DraftKings. Brock Purdy over 250 passing yards. This is going to be like a 2-unit play for me. I really, really like this spot for him. He has been crushing this number in recent games, which I don't put a lot of stock into, but he's also beat this number pretty regularly against the Rams in his history of playing against them. This number is 258.5 on FanDuel. It's 250.5 on DraftKings. So you're going to have to pay a little bit of juice, but go take that on DraftKings. And then I'm going to alternate that up to 300. So I'm going to take Brock Purdy over 250.5 on DraftKings for 2 units. And then I'm going to take the alternate 275 and then 300 plus. I think it's a really, really good spot for Purdy tonight. Really good spot for the 49ers. Let's take a look, just, I guess, curiosity. We'll look at his games versus the Rams. Yeah, so the last time he faced the Rams, he had 292, 3 touchdowns, no picks. That was earlier this season. I also like him over on FanDuel. I like over. Oh yeah, two unit play is Brock Purdy over 250.5 passing yards on DraftKings. It's like 10 yards higher on every other book. So I don't know why DraftKings had it that low, but I would take it on DraftKings. And then I'm alting it up to 275 and 300. I also like the over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That one's better on FanDuel. It's minus 120. And DraftKings has that at, let's take a look here. DraftKings has Purdy's over 1.5 passing TDs at minus 145, FanDuel minus 120. So take the passing yards on DraftKings, take the passing touchdowns on FanDuel. I'm all in on. I cannot get down on DraftKings, lad. I got to find different ways to do it, but that is the best line. Yeah, I can probably. If I'll do it later. I'll see. I guarantee they probably let me bet like $4 on that. It's so annoying. DraftKings is just the worst, man. I just don't get it. One time I tried to do, this is like recently, I tried to do a parlay just for fun. Like it was like a 200 to 1 parlay, like lottery ticket. It was on like Thanksgiving Day, I think. Clearly it's not going to hit. Okay, it's a 200 to 1 parlay. And I tried to bet I think $15 on it, and it said the max wager was like 273. Like it's a 200 to 1 parlay. Like that's not hitting. What if anything, they should want me to bet that. Like what? It makes no sense. Was limited there years ago. Yeah. Dude, they limit anyone with a pulse. That's why I say, lad, I've tweeted this before. If you are tailing someone on Twitter and if they're tweeting screenshots of tickets, like betting tickets from DraftKings, and they have more than like $70 on a play, I would just really consider like who that is. And I've seen notable people, betting 200, 300 on a prop. It's like, dude, there's just no way that, I don't know. It makes me question stuff when I see that, but whatever. I just kind of stay in my lane. Anyways, yeah, love the Niners here. I love Brock Purdy props. And for touchdown scores, this is gonna pain me. I think it's Deebo Samuel. Every single person, I can just tell you right now, I haven't even been on Twitter because I woke up, I had work calls, and then I got on here. I haven't been on Twitter. I can just tell you everyone's going to be playing George Kittle tonight. It's prime time. He just had a big game last week. The people of Twitter are going to be on George Kittle. I can tell you this right now without even looking. Haven't even been on Twitter. But they will be on George Kittle tonight. And we're going to be on Deebo Samuel. Plus 150 anytime touchdown on FanDuel. That's the only book that lets me bet touchdowns, so I'll be taking that. I don't know if there's better lines out there. Plus 150 seems pretty good, though, to me. And then first touchdown, plus 900. Sprinkle on that as well. Everyone saw his tweets where he was saying, he hasn't been getting the ball, even though that's a lie. Like, he has gotten the ball. I remember one game specific. I think it was the last time they played on primetime. They purposely were trying to get him a touchdown. They gave him the ball so many times inside the 10, and he just couldn't get in. I think they make a point tonight if they can, in all possibility, get Deebo Samuel in the end zone. So we'll let everyone, and I'm not saying George Kittle is a bad play, but we'll let everyone else be on George Kittle, and we'll take Deebo Samuel for ourselves. Anytime touchdown plus 150, first touchdown plus 900. Deebo Samuel in his career, I think he has like 2 touchdowns. He hasn't scored in his last 2 games against the Rams. The game before that, 2022, he had 6 for 115, a touchdown. I don't really care about that. I don't like going back that far anyways. It's too long. But, yeah, Deebo Samuel. If this guy doesn't do it tonight, I don't even have a ban list. I might create a ban list specifically for Debo if he doesn't score tonight, because I'm going to just lose full. But yeah, I have like 5-6 units pending on this game. That's pretty big for me on a primetime game. I don't really advocate typically doing that on a one game, but I feel convicted in this game, so I'm going to ride it. I don't know how these like cappers give out like 6, 7, 8 units every single day. Like, that just seems, I don't know. There's no way you have that big of an edge that you need to be laying 6, 7, 8, 9 units a day. There's no way. At that point, just advertise that you're a degenerate gambler. It's fine to have a couple plays a day, but if you're ripping 6, 7, 8 units a day, you have problems. Niners pretty Debo TD. Yeah, I don't hate that. What does that pay? Let me see here. On FanDuel, Niners money line. We could alt it, so we'll do Purdy 250 plus. Where's that at? And then throw in a Debo touchdown. 4-1. I don't hate that. I might sprinkle on that. Maybe quarter unit to win a unit. I don't hate that. Niners money line, Purdy 250 plus pass here. It's Debo anytime touchdown. Looks pretty good to me. I like that, lad. Oh, what are your units? Oh yeah. Okay. So, two unit. Okay. So 1 unit on the Niners +3. I got it at +100. It's +102 on DraftKings, so that's still available. So that's 1 unit to win, 1 unit. And then I have 2 units on Purdy over 250.5 passing yards. That's 3 units total. And then I did, I think, 3/4 of a unit on the 275 plus, a quarter unit on the 300 plus. So we'll say that's 4 units total. And then I did 3/4 of a unit on Debo anytime and a quarter on first. So that's like 5 units total, I guess, on the game tonight, or around that. But you gave me an idea with that parlay. I might put a quarter unit on that parlay, to be honest. Might as well. What's for lunch? That's a great question, Mitchell. I don't know. Sometimes I don't. I'm a big lunch guy. Sometimes if I'm busy, I don't eat lunch, though. But the problem for me is, let's go, lad. Thank you for tailing. Let's go. Hopefully we can make some money. I'll be live tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be live at 11. And like I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure I'm going on lines at lunch tomorrow. So you probably get 2 streams from me. So if the 49ers suck tonight, we will have plenty of time. I'll have plenty of time to tilt it tomorrow because I think I'm going to be on 2 shows. So we'll see what goes on. I got to message Sandy and ask him, though. But Mitchell, going back to the lunch thing. The problem for me, I'm a big lunch guy. Sometimes I don't eat lunch, though. But if I drink coffee and I don't eat lunch, it's a bad combo because at like 3 o'clock, I don't know, bro. I'll just be like shaking. Like physically, like my hands will be shaking. It's not a good combo. So I have to eat like something if I drink coffee, or at like 2 or 3, I'm just going to be like shaking. It's not good. So I don't know, though. Mitchell, I'll start doing what's for lunch videos, maybe 2025. That could be our next venture here in the year 2025. Oh, I don't know who's out there. I'll talk about this on Sunday because I have more viewers on Sunday. I don't know who in here, if anyone is into Pokemon cards. There will be some card content coming from me in the year 2025 on the weekends, probably. So I don't think Rolling Insights is in the card game here, but look, maybe I could be wrong. But stay tuned for that. While we're on this page here on SportWise, what's your guys' thoughts on the power rankings here? I made a TikTok on Wednesday. So this is like some stats that I've put together to calculate this. Me and Steve did it on a video a few weeks ago. We put some stats together to calculate power rankings for teams. We have the Bills at number 1. I don't have any problem with that. We have the Lions at number 2. I don't have any problem with that. The Steelers, Chargers, Vikings, Eagles, Packers, next grouping, I think you could debate pretty heavily. So what's kind of like your guys' thoughts on that? I think like Kansas City is very interesting because we did this like 4 weeks ago, the first time. And when we did it, the Chiefs were not even in like the top 15. The numbers that we put in did not like the Kansas City Chiefs. They were way down. So they've come way up. They're in the top like 8 or 9 now. The Texans were much higher up when we first did it. They've fallen down. I think it's interesting the Bengals are this high up and they're like not even close to a playoff spot. Just shows like how unlucky they've been. But overall, I mean, I think the top 2 is pretty locked and loaded. The Ravens just disappeared off this list. Like, where are they? Way down here. These numbers have the Ravens behind the Bears. I think that's a little excessive. I might need to look at like some sort of a curve there. Like that doesn't seem accurate. Lions, Eagles, Packers. Wait, okay. Only 6 teams that can win. Lions, Eagles, Packers, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. Yeah, I don't think I disagree. I would probably put Seattle in that mix. And again, I'm just way higher than consensus on Seattle. So you can argue with me and tell me I'm stupid. Probably. But I'm willing to buy into the changes that Seattle made post bye week. They have a good offense. Now, could Geno Smith really win a Super Bowl? Probably no. But I do think Geno's in the category of won't win you a Super Bowl, but can win a Super Bowl on a good team if everything goes right. And if the defensive kind of metrics that they've been putting up stick, I think Seattle would be in that tier. Now, for everyone else you just mentioned, Mitchell, can Mahomes win a Super Bowl? Obviously. Josh Allen, obviously. Lamar, yes. Packers, Jordan Love, yes. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, yes. And then Lions, Jared Goff, yes. So Jared Goff, though, for me, as good as he's been this year, Jared Goff is still very much in that Geno tier for me. Like, can win a Super Bowl, probably not going to win you a Super Bowl, but they can win a Super Bowl, if everything goes right. And lucky for Jared Goff, he's on the team where everything goes right because they're just absolutely rolling and stacked. So, yeah, everyone else on your list, though, can win a Super Bowl. Geno is, I think, fringy. But I don't know. Are you surprised Bill didn't wait till end of season for one of the NFL? Yeah, I think maybe. So here's kind of my theory on that, Guru. I am surprised, but he did interview for a couple jobs last year, right? I think definitely Atlanta he interviewed for. I can't remember if he interviewed for any other one, but I know for sure he interviewed for Atlanta. So maybe I would say maybe there's 2 ways to go about this. Maybe A, he just wanted a change. He clearly still loves the game and loves coaching. I think that's evident. And often that's how those type of guys are. Like, it doesn't matter how old they are. It's just that's who they are at that point. They can't sit around and not coach or do anything. So I think A, he wanted a change, or B, maybe based off that interview last year, the kind of vibe around the league, he might have known he wasn't going to get a job maybe in the NFL, which I think is pretty surprising that one of these teams wouldn't take a shot on him. But maybe he knew he wasn't going to get a job, so he went to do that. I mean, it's a pretty good gig. They're in the ACC, so they have a chance to compete right away. He can attract people in the portal just based off his name alone. North Carolina is a pretty big institution. Like, they should have a pretty good NIL fund going. So I think it's a pretty good gig. Like, he's going to get people out of the portal. It's the ACC. Like, he can be an immediate threat to win the ACC. Whereas if he was in the SEC or even the Big Ten, you'd be like, we kind of got to feel this out, I guess. But I think ACC, immediate chance to compete. And with the 12-team playoff, you win the ACC, you're getting in the playoff. We saw this year, second place in the ACC got in the playoff. So pretty good chance to compete right away for him. Yeah, Mitchell, I don't know about him connecting with the younger generation. That's a good point. But I feel like he started to loosen up a lot more when he's been on TV. So maybe there's like sides of him we don't see, you know? I guess maybe. But I really don't see Bill like going door to door, going and sitting in people's living rooms and recruiting them. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see about that. All right, we are at the 30-minute mark here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Big slate tonight. Big bets for me tonight. Love this spot for the 49ers. Brock Purdy, 49ers, Deebo Samuel. We're riding it all. 5 to 6 units pending on this game tonight. Let's get some wins. There is some NBA tonight as well, but haven't had a chance to look at that yet. I'll be doing that after the stream. Good luck with your bets tonight. Good luck with fantasy football playoffs starting this week. I made the playoffs in all my leagues. Good luck to you guys if you're in the playoffs of any leagues out there, money leagues, or even just for fun. Still, playoffs start tonight with this game, so good luck to you guys out there for that. I'll be live tomorrow, 11 a.m. We will be talking NFL for the weekend. And then, like I said, I might be going on lines at lunch tomorrow. I got a message, Sandy, so it might be 2 streams tomorrow. But thank you guys for tuning in. Good luck tonight, and see everybody tomorrow.